Hello students. In the previous class we had started with statistical inference and then we had discussed on one of its branches on estimation. Statistical inference has two branches, estimation and testing of hypothesis. In that we had started with estimation and we had discussed on point estimation and interval estimation. Now the next branch of statistical inference is testing of hypothesis. So we'll discuss on this topic. Statistical hypothesis. A statistical hypothesis is a statement regarding the parameters of the population. It is denoted by H. Now what is this hypothesis? We'll just take an example. Let's say there is a factory that produces chips, packets of chips. Okay, so the packet of chips are here is the population. So one packet of chips, we can say it is some 200 grams. Okay, this is one packet of chips, we say it is 200 grams. Okay, but one of the employee who works in this factory says that no, the one packet of chips is 208 grams. So we are making here a statement regarding the parameters of the population. Here the population in our examples are the chips, all the packet of chips that are produced in this factory. Okay, so we are making a statement regarding the parameters. Here the parameter will be the weight of the chips, one packet of the chips. Okay, so a statistical hypothesis is a statement regarding the parameters of the population. It is denoted by H. For example, if a population is normally distributed, now we'll say take an example of a population which is normally distributed, then the statement can be the mean nu will be 50 and sigma square will be 4. That is the standard variance. Or we can make a statement that the mean will be 50 and in this statement the sigma square is not specified. Or in one statement we can make that nu is 50 and sigma square is greater than 4. Or nu is less than 50 and sigma square is not equal to 4. These are all the hypotheses. These are all a statement. All these four statements are different statements regarding the parameters of the population. So we have taken a population which is normally distributed and we are making some statement. These are the four different statements regarding this population. So now when it comes to hypothesis, there are two things that we have to do. One is the null hypothesis, another one is the alternative hypothesis. So null hypothesis, now we have taken the example of a factory which produces chips and one person says that the one packet of chips is 200 grams. Okay, so we are taking this statement as null hypothesis. We know that like maybe due to some error, maybe the employee feels that the chip packet is 208 gram, but this is one true statement. Actually the production of each chip packet should be 200 gram, so that will be taking as null hypothesis. But when someone else comes and makes a statement saying that no, I think it is 208 gram, so this will be another statement made by a person regarding this population. So there are two hypotheses when it comes to testing of hypothesis. One is the null hypothesis. Null hypothesis is a hypothesis which is being tested for a possible rejection under the assumption that it is true. It is denoted by H0. Now if we want to test the significance of the difference between statistic and the parameter, then we set up the null hypothesis H0 that the difference is not significant. This indicates that the existing difference is just due to fluctuations of samplings. Now for example, if we want to test that population mean has specified value nu naught, okay, then we set up the null hypothesis H0 as the population mean is nu naught. If we want to test whether a particular drug is effective, then we set up the null hypothesis H0 as it is not effective. So these are the two different examples. See, in this first example, we want to test that the population mean has specified value nu naught. So we take a population. This is one population. And maybe we can say, okay, there are some 1 lakh people. Okay, 1 lakh people. We want to take the average height of this people. So average height of this people. So we say that the mean of this one is some 6 feet. Okay, but they will make another statement. We'll say that no, this might not be equal to 6 feet. So this statement that we are making, saying that the mean nu naught is 6 feet, this will be the null hypothesis denoted by H naught. So for example, if you want to test that the population mean has specified value nu naught, then we set up the null hypothesis H naught as the population mean is nu naught. There is another example. If we want to test whether a particular drug is effective, okay, we want to test whether a particular drug is effective, then we make the null hypothesis H naught as it is not effective. It is not effective. So this will be our null hypothesis. There will be another alternative hypothesis saying that it is effective. Always if null hypothesis it is not, then the alternative hypothesis will be the opposite of it. Now if I am saying that this if I am saying that this chip packet is of 200 gram, then this will be our null hypothesis, saying that one chip packet is of 200 gram. And the alternative hypothesis will say that it is not equal to 200 gram. That is, it can be greater than or lesser than 200 gram. There are different type of statements that we'll discuss later. So this will be the null hypothesis. The next will be the alternative hypothesis denoted by H1. Alternative hypothesis is a hypothesis which is accepted when null hypothesis is rejected. It is the hypothesis which is complementary to the null hypothesis. It is denoted by H1. So alternative hypothesis will be accepted when null hypothesis is rejected. So we took an example here, that a factory which is producing chips. Okay, so the null hypothesis is that each one packet of chips is 200 grams. Okay, and the alternative hypothesis is one packet of chip is not equal to 200 gram. So we'll do a test. Now we'll conduct a test. Then we'll take a random sample of chips and then we'll do the test, and we'll maybe if we want to check whether in this example we'll take a packet of chips and we'll weigh it, isn't it? And when we weigh, if it is 200 gram, that means this null hypothesis is true. But if we don't get it as 200 grams, then the alternative hypothesis is true. That is, it is not equal to 200. So alternative hypothesis comes when the null hypothesis is rejected. Okay, so that is what is told here. Alternative hypothesis is the hypothesis which is accepted when the null hypothesis is rejected. It is the hypothesis which is complementary to the null hypothesis. Now if the null hypothesis say it is 200 gram, then the alternative hypothesis will say it is not equal to 200 gram. It will be the complementary of the null hypothesis, and it is denoted by H1. So we'll see, so this is null hypothesis and alternative hypothesis. We'll see few more examples to make it easier, because this is the main thing that we have to know when it comes to testing of hypothesis. We'll see few in the next class. Thank you.